Hey there, friends and followers. In today's video segment, I'm going to break down closing costs. However, not for a buyer, more so on the selling end of things. We're going to take a look at what makes up seller closing costs and how they affect your Florida real estate transaction. Stick around. Welcome back. As always, thanks for tuning in, checking out the videos. So closing costs for sellers. Well, chances are now if you have bought a home here in the state of Florida, or if you're a current homeowner, then you probably learned about what closing costs were at the time you purchased your home. Essentially, they are a group of fees that are bundled together and due at time of closing. Now, these could be everything from lender fees to transfer taxes to recording fees. Now, if you haven't yet bought a home and are still unfamiliar with even those terms, rest assured I'll include a link to a video that I did on buyer closing costs so you can familiarize yourself with that as well. However, if you are considering selling your home here in the state of Florida, rest assured you will still have some closing costs associated on the selling side. Now, it is a little different as how these closing costs are made up versus on the buyer side, but nonetheless, it'll be something that you'll want to be top of mind and be prepared to pay upon closing out on your transaction. Let's take a look and break down those closing costs for sellers. Now, first item up on the list for seller closing costs is, of course, the real estate commission. The real estate commission comes in at about 5 or 6% of the overall purchase price. That is, of course, if you intend on using a real estate professional in helping you sell off your property, which I highly advise that you do. Now, typically, you're not only paying the agent to represent you and list your property, but you are also paying out for a cooperating agent, which may be working with a buyer or somebody interested in buying your property. Now, the amount can differ, of course, from agent to agent, but the industry standard is about 2.5% to 3% per agent. Next item up on the list is any outstanding balance that may be affecting your property. Now, this could be anything from HOA fees that maybe are past due or any utility bills that have not been paid. Rest assured, come time of closing, these items will come up and you will be expected to pay from the proceeds of the sale of your home. Next up on the list for seller closing costs is prorated property taxes. Now, here in the state of Florida, property taxes are paid in arrears. You'll owe property taxes for the portion of the year that you owned your home. Your property taxes will be prorated based off the number of days that you own the home. So essentially, to give you an example, property taxes that will be due in a sale for the month of November are going to be much higher than a sale earlier on in the year, say January. Next item is going to be your settlement fee. Now, on average, settlement fees run about $350 to $600. Keep in mind here, also in the state of Florida, we are not limited to using attorneys. We can actually use title companies or different other escrow services. Rest assured, though, at the day of closing, you will be expected to pay a settlement fee for whatever company that you use for your transaction. Next item up is documentary stamps on the deed. Now, this will fluctuate and vary with whatever the sales price of the home actually ends up being. This is also called a transfer tax, which is paid to the local county in which the deed is recorded. Most Florida counties calculate this transfer tax by 70 cents per every $100 of the sales price for a single family home here in the state. The last handful of items is going to be your title search, your lien search, and of course your title insurance. Now, your title search and lien search typically run between $100 and $200 respectively. The title search is going to take a look and make sure that you are the home's true owner and that you are ensuring free and clear title on that home. The lien search is going to look at any unrecorded property issues. These could be things such as any building code violations or any open or expired permits. And lastly is the title insurance. Now, the title insurance is a policy that protects the buyer of your property from any issues that arise against the title of your property. Now, this could be any liens or judgments that maybe weren't caught in the initial search. The rates are set by the state of Florida, but sometimes do depend on the overall purchase price of the home. While who pays this fee is often negotiable, most commonly here in the state of Florida, it is the seller that picks up the tab on the title insurance. Keep in mind too, this is just kind of the average run-of-the-mill closing cost. This doesn't factor into, of course, any repair concessions or anything that may have been negotiated throughout your real estate transaction process. Well, there you have it, my friends. That is a brief overview on what to expect with seller closing costs for a given property here in the state of Florida. As always, comment below if you have anything to add to, or if you have any further questions on any of the information contained there within. Be sure also to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with everything real estate related here in the Central Florida area. As always, thanks for tuning in, checking out the videos. We'll catch you guys on the next.